States has a new star. Is it Ricky Saints? Is it Ricky Starks? It could be Ricky Jobber for all we care, because he'll probably be future endeavours within 2 years. But yeah, whatever. Cody Rhodes' best friend is here, and he's on Smackdown. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling here for your Friday night Smackdown review. And yes, what a surprise. Ricky Saints has been called up to the main roster, and of course, he's going on Smackdown. He's going on the USA Network. He's going straight in with his little bum buddy, Cody Rhodes, and it wasn't really a good debut, was it? I mean, the match itself with Cody Rhodes just looked very botchy, you know. The finish was botchy, a lot of the moves were botchy. The promo, I don't understand if Ricky Saints, even though WWE's calling him Starks and like some of the shorts they uploaded, the official WWE YouTube account's getting the guy's name wrong. They're calling him Ricky Starks when that's his AEW name, and he's going by Ricky Saints in WWE, but I mean, whatever. The promo, he doesn't seem to pronounce words correctly. It sounds like he's just not, when it comes to delivering words, it doesn't sound like he fully finishes some of the words that he's trying to say. And therefore, when you're listening to his promos, they're kind of hard to understand. And I get it, some people might think that's a bit rich coming from me. Oh, you're from Scotland, buddy, we can't understand what you're saying. You know, I mean, that might be the case, but I mean, at least I may have a funny accent, but at least I don't sound like a retard. And that's what I thought Ricky Saints sounded like tonight on Smackdown. And then you have that other guy, that other new guy, what's his name, Joe Royce or whatever, Royce Jones, I don't know, I don't care. Again, his match with Igel, that looked fucking shit as well. I mean, you talk about botching, like literally every move that was performed in that match just looked uncomfortable, just didn't look right, it looked awkward. Apart from the spine buster, I will give him credit, you know, it was the spine buster, it was Triple H's the game 2002. So I'm sure Triple H will be very proud that you got Mr. Royce Jones or whatever his name is. I don't care, he's certainly not a Rolls Royce, I can tell you that, but I'm sure Triple H will be proud that somebody's using one of his signature moves, because that will just inflate his ego even more. But at least it's his ego being inflated, because his fucking nose can't afford to get any bigger. But let's talk about Smackdown, let's talk about Friday nights, let's talk about the shittest show, in my opinion, on television on a weekly basis. So we kick off with Cody Rhodes, as always. I mean, if you can't think of a worse way to kick off the show, I mean, it's probably Cody Rhodes with Ricky Saints. If Cody Rhodes on his own wasn't enough, let's bring out his little best freaking Ricky Saints out there. But we start with Cody Rhodes. He comes out solo. He says, Oklahoma, what do you want to talk about? And I mean, at this point, I am fucking dead already, man. I mean, I just finished the night shift, you know, so I'm working like 12 hours, 14 hours or whatever. A 2-hour commute, you know, it's fucking shite. I get in.
Have you heard about this whole cashback thing? I don't think very many people are talking about it. I learned about it on a podcast. Yeah, I just got the Venmo debit card. Dude, it earns you up to 5% always on cashback on the bundle you choose with Venmo Stash. Oh, you're not getting cashback? Dude, socks, cashback. Air fryer, cashback. The ride to buy socks in an air fryer, cashback. No monthly fee, no minimum balance, card lock, and 24/7 fraud monitoring. Of course it's connected to the Venmo app. But yeah, it's like a seamless experience. You gotta get the Venmo debit card.
My grandparents raised me my whole life. They're like my best friends. So I always like to make sure that they have groceries. With Instacart, I'm able to see what's in stock, like their favorite horchata. Making sure they have what they need is really important to me.
Sleep, wake up, First thing I need to do is watch Smackdown. So I'm watching Smackdown, groggy as hell. And you know, if it was good, then maybe something would spark a bit of interest, and you would like just get a good feeling, and you'd all of a sudden be awake. You'd feel alive, and you'd be, you know, I'm ready to go. Da-na-na. You know, you'd be a bit pumped up, whatever. But nah, I'm watching. I put Smackdown on, and Cody Rhodes is out there, and I'm thinking, verse, swallow me up. You know, my Saturday's ruined already. So Cody Rhodes comes out and he talks very slowly. Well, I spoke with the medical team to see if they would clear me after last week, after WrestleMania. And guess what? They said I am cleared. I spoke to my good friend, Nick. Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, honestly, nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares about the medical team. Look at Austin. Did Austin give a fuck see if some fat guy backstage wearing a little lanyard that fucking had a wee medical badge on it. See if this guy turned around and said to Austin, oh, you're not medically cleared tonight. Austin would have just gave the guy a stunner, drunk a fucking can of beer, and went to the ring and opened an even bigger can of Wolf Pass. That's what Austin would have done. Austin wasn't a little bitch. You think Austin was going to sit there and let some guy tell him if he was physically able to go or not? I mean, what? And honestly, man, they come across as the biggest pussies of all time, man. It's fucking insane how weak these little wrestlers seem. I don't know if I'm medically cleared tonight. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can wrestle tonight. The doctor says I can't go. I mean, fuck off, Austin. Did they? You know what I mean? Look at Kane. Look at fucking burnt fire. Fucking Shane McMahon runs him into a limo, fucking big trailer truck. Guys lying in hospital, not breathing. You know, does Kane just sit up and go? Now, Kane doesn't sit up and look at the doctor, and the doctor says, nah, Kane, you're not medically cleared. Then Kane just sits back down and goes back to sleep. Did he do that? Did he? Fuck no. You know what I mean? Kane sat up and came to Raw and fucking tried to kill Shane McMahon. I mean, we need good shit. You know, we need good shit, and we ain't getting it. All we're getting shit without the good. It's just garbage, man. Who gives a fuck if he's medically cleared or not? Then Ricky Saints comes out, puts himself over, says I'm this, I'm that, I'm successful, I'm young. It's like, mate, you're 36, you ain't young, you're fucking, in terms of a wrestling age, I mean, you should already be retired by now, let's be honest. Just because in the last, like, decade or whatever, last 15 years, we've seen wrestlers just hang around like bad smells, that doesn't mean that 36 is now young, okay? It just means that Ricky Saints is another old guy who should have by now just kicked the bucket. Well, not die, but you know what I mean. His wrestling career should die. I mean, was his wrestling career ever alive? But he comes out, just says all these words. And he says, oh, I'm everything you wish your baby mama was. And then he talks about Cody Rhodes, and he says, I am the revolution, or some bullshit like that. You know, just sounded like something Seth Rollins would say. I am the revolutionary, whatever. Just a bunch of words that absolutely mean he, and then Cody Rhodes says to him, well, what's the difference between the last time he stepped up? And then Ricky Saints talks about how he's different, he's this, he's that. And then Cody goes, well, let's do it then tonight. Ricky Saints then says, you know what, I came here to change who the show is all about. As if as if Smackdown now is going to be the Ricky Saints show. And then Cody Rhodes says, like I said last week, I'm easy to find, hard to beat. So, I mean, yeah. Easy to find, hard to beat. Yeah, easy to put to sleep as well, Cody Rhodes. Let's be honest, man. I mean, you would cure insomnia with like 10 seconds of TV time. Right, we got Charlotte Flair with Alexa Bliss taking on Jacy Jayne with Fatal Influence. I don't know why they're doing this. Charlotte Flair, as much as I can stand her, I mean, Charlotte Flair's got to be better than this. Charlotte Flair cannot be jobbing out to Jacy Jane, and she can't be in this stupid tag team friendship with Alexa Bliss anymore. Both of these women should be doing much better stuff than this. Both of them are being wasted, and Triple H doesn't have a clue what he's doing. And you know what? I mean, Ric Flair goes on a lot of rants and stuff, but I mean, I could understand Ric Flair if he actually ranted about this, because I mean, Charlotte is better than just some fucking tag team friendship and jobbing it to Jacy Jane. She has to be. Anyway, after the match, Rhea Ripley came out and did what she does. You know, she comes out and attacks people. Good for her. Then we got a Rhea Ripley Charlotte stare down. Congratulations. Right. Then we get Damian Priest and R-Truth taking on Fraxium. Tag titles on the line. Damian Priest and R-Truth win. So this tag team's going to continue. This tag team's going to go on even longer. Boring. Then we get the Solo Sikoa and the Usos. So I just don't understand this. So Solo Sikoa comes out. He talks about Jacob. Last week he made a mistake. When Jacob gets his ass to the building, he said he's a dead man walking. Now, apparently, guys, there's been a bunch of releases in WWE now, and half of the MFTs are gone. At least I believe so. Now, I think the only ones that have been kept are Solo Sikoa and the big fucking tall guy. Now, Jacob, I mean, Solo says that Jacob's a dead man because he took out his family. However, if Jacob's already took out more than half your family, why are you so sure that you're going to be able to kill Jacob? Or why is Jacob going to be a dead man watching when there's only 2 of you left? If you couldn't do it last week, you know, if you were helpless last week, if Jacob was able to take out the entire MFTs last week, then why are only 2 of them going to be able to take out Jacob tonight? You know, it just logically doesn't really make sense. Then the Usos come out and say, Jimmy, little brother, you might have a problem with Jacob, but so is the OTC. Roman Reigns has got a bigger problem, so you don't put your hands on Jacob until the OTC gets his hands on him first. And then Uso talks about the Tongan death grip, and he puts it over. He says to Talia, oh, your daddy used that move. And it's like, fuck off, you're all shite Samoans, you all used that move, your daddy. As if we can tell who's who. Oh, your daddy, your uncle, your cousin, your grandpa, fuck off, you're all shite, man. I mean, seriously. Are we really supposed to be differentiating who's who here? They're just a bunch of shitey, overrated Samoans that have never drawn a dime. And I don't care if you go back to these. Oh, but Haku was tough. He'd beat your ass in a real fight. You know what? He might beat my ass in a real fight, but did he ever beat Austin in terms of selling merchandise or selling pay-per-views or ratings? Did he ever beat Hogan? Did he ever beat The Rock? Did he ever beat anybody that was relevant? No, he did not, because the Samoans are fucking shite. I mean, probably the best Samoan, the most successful Samoan was Yokozuna, and that's because he pretended he was Japanese. So that shows you how good the Samoans are. I mean, all these, look at the Samoans now. The whole gimmick is, oh, I'm Samoan, I'm Samoan, I'm Samoan. But when you look at the ones that actually were successful and got over, Yokozuna was a Samoan, never acknowledged it, pretended to be Japanese, and then The Rock, who was just The Rock, didn't need to rely on a nationality, or a skin colour, or a race, or an ethnic group. You know, The Rock was the fucking Rock. The Rock was Dwayne. Why is my phone alarm going off? A bit late now. But yeah, you know what I mean? The Rock didn't rely on being Samoan. I mean, these people, that's all they've got. That's all these people have. the bloodline, the MFTs. I'm Samoan. Why don't you fuck off back to Samoa? Go and, fucking put some wee necklace, eat a pineapple under the tree in the Caribbean or whatever, man. I don't care. But just don't do what you're doing on wrestling, man. I don't need to see this shit. I just don't need to see it. Oh, the tribe, our tribes, we control the jungles. Oh, fuck it. Go and get lost in a jungle and don't come back. How about that? Right? These Samoans have added nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right. We then see Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn backstage. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Cody says that Sami and him are friends, but they're not the same. Wow, okay. Oh, yeah. Turns out the first hour of Backlash will be airing live on ESPN2, so there you go now. They're giving away the first hour of these PLEs for free. You thought WrestleMania was a one-time only thing? Nah. We're getting this shit all the time now because wrestling's garbage and they know that no one wants to pay for it, so now they're trying to give you an hour free. But I mean, the whole thing could be free. What does it matter? Smackdown's free and it's fucking shite, so who cares? Third match, Cody Rhodes versus Ricky Sainz. Cody Rhodes wins. Again, like I said, every move was botchy. You get the crossroads at the end and almost drops Ricky Starks on the top of his head, or Ricky Sainz, I don't care what he's called these days. And then Gunther comes, so Cody wins, congratulations. Then Gunther comes in and he starts choking out Cody, and then he picks up the Undisputed Championship, but that's it. I mean, we're not getting these two at Backlash, so maybe the pay-per-view after. Gunther, is he a SmackDown guy now? Because he was on Raw, now it looks like he's on SmackDown. Honestly, I mean, whatever. We then get The Miz and Kit Wilson. They beat up Danhausen. Just beat him up, so there you go. Wah. Danhausen's down, and Danhausen now needs to find a tag team partner to take these two on a Backlash. Good for him. We then got Blake Monroe vignette. Well, we need like a Blake Monroe, I don't know, Blake Monroe. We need her to just take her clothes off or something. We need like some sort of live solo sex celebration. Give us some good shit, damn it. Right.
What the heck did you send my wife?
Sorry, what's her name?
My Melody.
Oh, we sent her a $0 foldable pop-up greenhouse because she clicked the link below.
I don't care, we don't want it.
Who wants it then?
I have a huge surprise for you.
You're pregnant. Yes.
No.
Thank God. Your favorite comedy series is on Pluto TV.
Bass is back.
All aboard! The King of Queens. Now streaming free on Pluto TV.
Fourth match, Royce Keys versus Angel Garza. They put over the fact that 3 weeks ago Royce Keys beat Berto, and he's done nothing since then. So I mean, that just shows you how dead this is. See, when wrestling was good, Royce Keys would have beat up, he would have destroyed Berto, and then the very next week he would have destroyed Angel Garza. But now they're saying that he beat Berto 3 weeks ago and they've not done anything with it since. So it's like the momentum just feels fucking dead. Every move that Garza tried just didn't really work. It was a very awkward match. I mean, if you watch it, there was just like no chemistry. Everything looked awkward. I mean, it just looked like a jabroni match. It looked like something I'd expect to see. I mean, not even on NXT. This looked something like something you'd see on fucking the Indies with two people having their first ever wrestling match. It wasn't good. We then got a Tiffany Stratton promo backstage, and she talks about being the US champion. So yeah, whatever, who cares? She shouldn't be champion. I don't know why they took the belt off Julia, but whatever. We then got we got Tala Tonga putting Jacob through a table backstage, so there you go. The MFT's getting a bit of revenge on Jacob Fatu. We then get Sami Zayn comes out, talks about how he's good and Trick Williams isn't, talks about how, here, I can do what Trick Williams does. Anybody can have a catchy theme song and come out and pull off some dance moves and have some cool catchphrases. Sami Zayn says he could do that, it's easy, anybody can do it. Well, why has he never done it? You know what I mean? Why has Sami Zayn never done it? He's never done anything cool, he's never done anything interesting, he's never had a good catchphrase. If it's so fucking easy to be like Trick Williams, then why doesn't Sami Zayn try it? Because I can tell you this, Trick Williams is better than Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn then destroys the gingerbread man, and Trick Williams goes out to make the save, and this match gets announced for Backlash. Trick says he's going to whoop Sami Zayn at Backlash, good for him. We then get Paige and Brie Bella versus the Irresistible Forces. I don't know why they're called the Irresistible Forces. I mean, one's fat as fuck, the other looks like a man, but whatever. They're very resistible. They are very resistible. But the match sucks. I mean, it's weird because you've got Paige who is like just shite these days, can't wrestle. Brie Bella's never been good. I mean, say what you want, Nikki Bella's always been the better Bella. She was, even before they split up and they got their own like personalities, Nikki Bella was the main wrestler, and Brie was the one that would do the twin magic, you know. Brie was the one that would kind of switch in at the end, but Nikki Bella was the main Bella, you know. She was the one that worked the matches, and it's just mental that we've got this tag team now made up of the shite Bella and Paige, who, you know, hasn't been good in 10 years. So yeah, this is just a horrible tag team. I mean, you talk about releases, all four in this match could be released. I mean, seriously, all four of these people could be released and it would be deserved. It would be deserved. But this tag title round is going to continue on for a little bit longer, so good for them. Joe Testore had to give us the bad news that the gingerbread man unfortunately passed in pieces. I don't know if this was supposed to be humour or comedy, but it was fucking garbage, just like the rest of the show. Sami Zayn then yells at Nick Aldis for giving funeral time to the gingerbread man. Nick said everyone's grieving. I mean, what the hell is going on here? What the fuck are we doing? This show's awful, man. Main event, Usos versus MFTs. Match ends when Jacob Fatu comes out, attacks the big guy. Right, what I didn't get is, we've seen Talatonga came out earlier with no face paint on, but then an hour later, when he's in a match, he's put face paint on. This just looks weird. It's like you didn't see Umaga come out earlier in the show without his like face paint, but then he comes out for his match with his face paint. I mean, it's just, there's no, kayfabe's fucking dead, man. They ruin characters. If you want us to believe that this is like some sort of tribal fucking group, then they need to be wearing the face paint all the time. You can't have the big guy come out earlier in the night looking normal and then just stick some face paint on him later on in the night and expect it to make a difference. That would be like Kane coming out for a promo to kick off the show. he's wearing no mask and he's not burnt, but then later when he puts the mask on, he's supposed to pretend that he's burnt. You know, none of that would make any fucking sense. It would make no sense at all. So I don't know why they did it here. I don't know why earlier in the show they've got Talatonga, we know my face paint on, and then they just stick some face paint on him later on. But Jacob comes out, destroys Talatonga, destroys Solo Sikoa, and then he looks at the Usos and just walks past them. That was it. And then he says that he's going to walk Roman Reigns' ass at Backlash because Jacob Fatu is all gas, no brakes, with it, Yadamin Fatu. Just another wee garbage catchphrase there from Fatu at the end. And that was your Smackdown, guys. Apologies if I'm not too enthusiastic here. Still a bit tired and fucking no interest in talking about wrestling, but I had to watch it, I had to review it, I had to give it a go. So there you go, there's it, Smackdown. I'm going to get a 1 out of 10. I thought it was a garbage show, man, just like every other week. So was impressed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, be fuck wrestling. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. Backlash in just over a week now. Wow, lucky us, so excited to watch this garbage. Anyway, till next time, peace.